My skin was spotty and saggy and getting lines, and I was getting old and I didn't like it. Hi, I'm Ruth. I'm 47 years old and I've been using Dermatica for the last 4 months for aging and acne. For most of my adult life, I haven't really had many issues with my skin. However, a few years ago, I sort of went into like an early menopause, perimenopause. My cycles started to go a bit awry when I was about 41, and I kind of struggled with that, didn't think that, I thought I was too young basically to start with that sort of thing. And I was quite tired and anxious and had a lot of physical symptoms, and one of those was my skin. You know, I was getting spotty and hormonal breakouts and just generally just wrinkly and just a lot of like hyperpigmentation in my skin, which I hadn't noticed before. And yeah, it did start affecting my confidence. I was out for dinner with a friend one evening and I was talking about it, saying, you know, well, my skin looks awful, I feel really bad about myself. And she said, have you thought about prescription skincare? I was like, oh, what's that? And I basically learned that there was brands out there that you could basically have a prescription ready-made skincare regime. And I thought, okay, well, I'll look into it. And I came across Dermatica and thought, I've got nothing to lose. I feel rubbish, I've got spots. I don't feel like I look good or the best I can look. And I thought, well, if there is something out there that can help me, then go for it. So I filled in the online consultation, and then it generated like an automatic thing where it told you, we would suggest this. So I thought, okay, we'll try that for starters. I know that it can be tweaked, so I thought that was quite good. And the fact that you've got a trained dermatologist, you know, professionals that know what they're doing, that will look at your pictures and will be able to give you advice on what would work best. When you get to a certain age and your body's changing, then you're not making as much collagen and your skin is going to change and it's going to age. So you need to invest in good skincare. And if you can get skincare that is made specifically for your type of skin, your type of issues, then I think it's an investment that's worth making. So I received my skincare in the post and I started using it more or less straight away. I noted that on the website it said sometimes you might get some side effects such as redness, sensitivity, stinging, that kind of thing. So yes, I did have a little bit of the side effects initially, but like they said on the website, that will eventually settle down, and it has done. I started seeing results more or less within a couple of days. With all the issues that I was having with my health, with having early onset perimenopause, I already felt really rubbish. I didn't have confidence. And then on top of that, you know, your face is your brand. And when you're walking around with like hormonal spots, you feel a bit like a teenager and you just think that you're, you know, on the shelf and you look ugly and old. For anybody who is worried about doing it, yeah, you might have a bit of stinging, you might have a bit of peeling, but it goes and it doesn't last very long. The benefits that you see to your skin sort of outweigh any potential side effect or risk. My skin has changed quite significantly since I started using Dermatica. The lowering of the freckles and the hyperpigmentation that I had on my skin, it's a lot smoother, it feels more defined. The wrinkles, which you can never hide, but the fine lines seem to have become less obvious. And obviously the main issue I had was the acne, the hormonal acne. That's more or less gone, and the scarring has faded quite significantly from that as well. And I feel like my skin is so much better now. I do look at my before and after photos and I feel a lot better about myself. I think when I took those pictures, I felt like a different person. I felt quite down about myself, lacking in confidence. I felt like I had lots of skin issues, and now I look at the after pictures and I just see the huge amount of difference it's made to my skin tone, the condition of my skin. I just look a lot clearer. I certainly would recommend Dermatica to other people. I've already spoken to my friends about it, and they've seen a difference in my skin as well. And they're like, oh, you know, your spots are a lot better now, and you know, your skin looks glowing and healthy. I feel a lot more confident in myself. I feel like I'm not so self-conscious anymore, and the issues that I was struggling with are being dealt with.